October 4th of this year, I gave the defendant the proper 30-day notice demanding possession of my property because of non-payment of rent.
Well, okay, let me stop you there.
Okay.
A 30-day can't be the subject of a non-payment of rent action.
Okay. So.
All right. Do you want her to move, or are you just terminating her tenancy? I mean, are you terminating her tenancy and want her to move, or do you want her to pay you?
I want her to move, and I want to also have a money judgment. So I can't do that?
Yes, you can do that.
Okay, that's what I want.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm seeking a money judgment from the court for all back that she owes me as of December 1st, 2023, which is $11,995 plus court costs $215 and service fee of $68.
So how much is your
So the total
claim?
money judgment requested from the court is $12,278.
All right, Ms. Gerler, what do you have to say to that?
Your Honor, when I first moved in, it was to be a temporary arrangement. I had another place lined up that did not end up being represented appropriately. It was to be vacated and renovated. Didn't happen. I have attempted along the way to give Ms. Peel, the plaintiff, money. I became extremely ill with COVID, which I have long COVID, along with 2 other disabilities. When I became behind in rent because of illness and sought help from local agencies, the plaintiff was offered money from Faith in Action, and she declined those monies. And there were other monies from other agencies that would have been available that would have satisfied my arrearages at that time of $2,985. Declining those monies led me to believe that she simply wanted me to move out. So I tried to start packing possessions, became ill with COVID again. I have, in the court documents, outlined to you the many times since then that I have been afflicted with every COVID variant. I already have a serious extreme condition of electrohypersensitivity that I cannot easily find a place to live. I cannot live in group settings, be exposed to Wi-Fi, wireless meters, be near cell towers. I need a rural environment. I no longer have a vehicle. I cannot use cell phones, smartphones, computers due to my electrohypersensitivity, and I thank the court for granting this Zoom appointment at the last minute, since I was not supplied the forms necessary in the personal and mailing service I received, and was actually waiting because in our December 1st hearing with Judge Barr, he informed the plaintiff that she had filed incorrect paperwork and needed to refile. So I have been waiting for that paperwork to come, which I don't know if something changed and was not.
On October 4th, I gave the defendant a formal 30-day notice demanding possession of my property due to non-payment of rent. I want to clarify that I'm asking for the tenant to move out and also for a money judgment for the unpaid rent. As of December 1st, 2023, the tenant owes me $1,995 plus court costs of $215 and a service fee of $68. So, in total, I'm seeking a judgment for $1,278, which includes everything owed to me. In response,
I don't have a notice to that.
Well, and that's whatever happened, Your Honor. That's what I heard in court, and I'm not privy to what happened thereafter. I am chronically ill, Your Honor. When I get well,
Ma'am,
I
hold on.
cannot.
Yes, ma'am.
I spoke with my attorney counsel yesterday, and she said my paperwork was fine. I think it was just not clear to Judge Barr what I wanted because I didn't know how to present my case. So,
Well,
but
yeah, I actually see what Judge Burke is saying right now. Well, you filed two different notices. That's why. I got it. Yeah, it's fine. I think. Hold on. That's not that one. Right. You filed two different ones, but you've got, it appears to me, the correct paperwork. Right.
Your Honor,
So-
just to respond, that's what I heard from the judge, and my legal
Yeah, but
counsel.
this is another judge saying that that's wrong. It's correct.
And that's fine. I have no problem, but I was
Okay,
waiting
good.
on that paperwork. I know that the plaintiff is someone who tries to do things appropriately, but what did not happen appropriately with this home that has been a long time rental is that there is no certificate of compliance on file with the township. And the
Okay, so
advocation-
when are you going to move then?
Your Honor, I have had to deal with all the demands of the court, so I cannot explore that yet because I was required to apply for SER with the DHS, which was declined. I have contacted every agency available to me thus far.
Ma'am, do you understand she doesn't want you to pay rent and stay? She wants you to leave.
I understand that, sir, but to comply with the court and the paperwork required for this hearing, DHS, that's where I have put my first attentions. I have been packing and moving things out of the house, which they have witnessed, but because of my extreme sensitivities, it is not easy for me to find a place where I can live safely. I have just recovered from my last bout with COVID, which has severely impacted me for the last 4 years and created these issues. And I have also...
Ma'am, I understand all of that. The question becomes, when can you move?
That is a question mark to you and me both, Your Honor. I do not know. I have nowhere to go. I am solo in this world. I have no vehicle. My car broke down June of 2022. And my situation is not a good one because of chronic illness. My energy is not reliable. I'm sometimes 12 hours in the bed.
Okay, ma'am, I can appreciate all of that. But you also have to understand that the landlord is entitled to her premises back.
I understand that they request their premises back, and I have an appointment with Hawk on Monday. To what degree that will help, I do not know at this point. I have been unable to find assistance from anybody because they say I am not sustainable, because I am now forced to live only on my Social Security income, the house line.
All right. Okay, ma'am. Here's what I'm going to do, because this has got to...
Things didn't go as expected. It was supposed to be vacated and renovated, but that never happened. She had made attempts to pay the plaintiff, but then became seriously ill with COVID-19, which led to long-term health issues, including long COVID and 2 other disabilities. She shared that she got behind on rent due to her illness and tried seeking help from local agencies. A payment offer from the group Faith in Action was made, but the plaintiff declined the offer. Additionally, there were other funds available from different agencies that could have covered the outstanding rent of $2,985.
I understand the difficulties that you're telling. I also understand that the landlord needs to resolve that. So I'm going to set this for a trial. You've raised some issues in your answer, but I'm going to set it for a yes, ma'am.
When I talked to my attorney, she said that there is no requirement for the compliance regulations in Webster Township where I live. And she's an attorney from Dexter. So
Oh, they know
And
more.
that was-
They know more than us here, us other country folk from Pittsfield, or what?
I guess. I don't know. That's what she said. Is that correct?
What?
That's what she said.
I don't know. I guess she's from Dexter, so she knows more than us.
Township does
We're
not
just
issue.
little country judges up here. Ma'am.
I actually called the zoning person too. She
Okay.
said-
And she said, yeah, probably she agreed.
I'm having difficulty hearing, Your Honor. Could that be repeated?
No. Okay. She went to Webster Township. The issue regarding the certificate of occupancy, it really isn't an issue because they don't require it for rental properties in Webster Township. That's the long and short of it.
I would like to know then why Legal Services of South Central Michigan gave me this form and checked
Okay,
it out. They
ma'am.
must
I
have
don't
obviously
know. You
researched
guys keep talking about lawyers. I've not met them. I don't know. All I know is this. You two are in front of me arguing a case. You have one position, plaintiff has another position. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this matter for non-jury trial. It will be in person.
Your Honor, that I hope you realize is not possible for me. I'm even being harmed waiting for 2.5 hours on my cell phone, which is on speaker remote
Ma'am,
from me.
then I don't know how I'm going to get you into court.
How is is it not possible for me to continue in this manner, sir? I have been before you to establish the severity of my condition. I become debilitated, incapacitated, ill. I lived in the basement of my prior home for 7 months because of radiation poisoning, and by necessity, where your court is located, there are many electronic communication requirements for police, fire, the cell tower, Wi-Fi for the buildings. I will literally fry and be unable to move. That's why I couldn't come today. This is not a fun scenario. And the landlords are well aware of my conditions. They had mitigated the house. They used Ethernet.
All right, ma'am. All right, look. Do you have any problem if I hold a trial and she appears by Zoom?
I guess not. I've been without income for a long time, and my preference is
Okay, look, folks.
yeah.
There are a lot of folks out there that are
Everyone
having a
has
hard
sad
time,
story.
and I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to deal with it every Friday, so I don't know that I can help you with any of that right now.
Right.
I'm just trying to set a trial date. Do you have any objection to her? What?
Tomorrow, the sooner the better.
Extremely difficult for her to find suitable housing. She suffers from electrohypersensitivity, which means she cannot live in environments with Wi-Fi, cell towers, or wireless meters. She also no longer has a vehicle and cannot use smartphones or computers due to her condition. She thanked the court for granting her a Zoom hearing last minute, since she hadn't been provided with the necessary paperwork or forms for the hearing. The tenant also mentioned that during the December 1st hearing, Judge Barr had informed the plaintiff that the paperwork she filed was incorrect and needed to be refiled. She had been waiting for
1 o'clock on Wednesday? Oh no, I can't do 1 o'clock. What time seriously can I do? Non-jury trial, December 20th. 2023,
At
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Okay.
Do
And
you need to appear in person? Ma'am, you can appear via Zoom.
right here?
Absolutely, that's where I'll be.
Okay.
And if I don't get this docket done, I'll be still sitting here from this one.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor, for the accommodation for my disabilities. I appreciate your sensitivity to the matter and your humor.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bless you. I will sign off now.
All right. Lakestone Apartments versus Leslie Lewis, recall.